Hey guys, welcome back to the Mastermind Backyard Barbecue. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys my brisket hack, and I'll be using the Weber Rib Rack to accomplish that. Weber Rib Rack. Damn, say that 5 times fast. So what I got for you guys is an 18-pound prime grade brisket from Costco. And at $3.49 a pound, I ended up taking 6 pounds, $20, $21 worth of fat off this brisket. And that's going to be an aggressive trim, but that's just the way I like to trim my briskets. I don't leave the fat caps on these briskets anymore because I'm not in the brisket protection program. I don't need protection. I don't need basting. I don't need none of that stuff. This doesn't need to be aerodynamic. It is not going to fly. And I just love the way these turn out. You get a smoke ring around the whole brisket versus only just on one side. And, you know, I mean, if you cook your meat right, it'll come out right. So that's just my theory behind all that. That's why I remove all the fat. I just don't really see a need for it. As you can see, it's very pliable. We can roll this up into a taquito right now. That's because of all the fat we took off. And it's ready to go on the Weber Smokey Mountain. As for seasoning, I'll be using SPG on here, and I'll be using the brisket as a binder. Now let's head outside so I can show you how I'm gonna hook up the WSM. All right guys, so I'll be using the 22-inch Weber Smokey Mountain for this cook. And I am using the water pan, and only as a diffuser, no water in it. I lined it with foil, that way it's gonna help with cleanup. It's gonna catch all the drippings from the brisket, and then when it's time to clean it up, you just gather up that foil, throw it away, good to go. Now I'm going to be putting the rib rack right on top of the top grate. I'm going to drape the brisket right over it, and that's going to give me projection. So if my brisket was too long, which it is actually for this grate, it's going to actually raise it up in the air and give me a few inches on each side of that grate, and it's going to give me more space. And also it's going to prevent pooling. So there's that. I'm using cherry and hickory, 3 big chunks of cherry and 3 smaller chunks of hickory. And I'm going to only light up a half chimney filled with charcoal. And there it is. That last hole right there is the halfway point. And that's it. That's my setup for the Weber Smokey Mountain. Now, my plan as far as temperature goes is I'm going to be doing what's called a low smoke, fast cook. I want to get the first 2 hours at 225 so that I can ensure that a nice slow smoke penetrates this brisket. Then the next 2 hours, I'm raising it up to about 250, 260. The next 2 hours after that, around 300, and then so forth. I can stay at 300 or I can let it go even higher. But the first 2 hours are the most critical for me. I need that smoke to penetrate as much. I need it to take its time. So that's what we're doing right here. And to achieve those temperatures, I'm only using one vent on the bottom and the vent on top. That's it. The other 2 vents in the back of the smoker are shut down. Man, look at that. That's beautiful. So I got the majority of the point facing upwards and the majority of the flat facing downwards. And the reason behind that is we all know that heat rises to the top. It's going to be more hotter. The temperature is going to be hotter on the top. And we can utilize that lower temperature to help protect the flat from not drying out because it's leaner. It doesn't have all that intramuscular fat like the point does. And there it is. Look at that. Now, I have an idea now for an actual brisket grate, which is welding that rib rack in place and then having slots where the actual brisket can still hang and not even touch the grate, the ends right there. So what do you guys think of that? All right, so now we have the brisket in. Let's see what our starting point's at. We'll call that 12 o'clock. Now let's wait. All right, 2 hours later, let's check up on this brisket. Temp gauge on top says around 226. Temp gauge on the exhaust is 224, 225. And in the middle, around 218, 217. Not too bad. That's in sync. I'm good with that. So let's see what the brisket's looking like. Oh yeah, not too shabby for 2 hours. Nice low and slow for the smoke. And this is what you get right here. It's not bad. I'm good with that. Looks pretty. All right, so all I have to do now is open up the vents a little bit more and let's get the heat increased. Let it go for another 2 hours. All right, temperature is around 265. Let's see what she looks like. Oh yeah, man, look at that. I ain't mad at that. Starting to feel like that bark is barking up. And let's see what it looks like on a side view. Oh man, come on. Come on, we're 4 hours in and this is what we got. Yeah. All right, rotating it, you know, trying to get an even amount of heat on each side. All right, let's increase that heat a little bit more. Wait another 2 hours. All right, we're on our 5th hour. Actually gonna check it now. I'm not gonna wait the 2 hours. We're riding at 300 degrees. It's showing 300 degrees on the top. And let's see what this brisket is looking like. And I wanna temp it for internal temperature. Look at that. That looks great. And it feels great. It's feeling good. Oh man, this might actually be a really nice result, a really nice cook. So now let's see, 151. We got 151 there. Still doesn't feel too, you know, has a long way to go, but we're getting over here in the flat about 175. So you know what, to me this is already, it's time to wrap this bad boy, and I'm gonna wrap it in butcher paper. So that's what's next. I'm gonna wrap it, go ahead and put it back on. I'm not gonna use the rib rack no more when I wrap it, but put it back on the grate and we're gonna continue. But look how it looks, not too shabby. We're in our 5th hour, and we're just gonna let the Weber play out the way it is. I'm not gonna open up the vents any more than this. I'm just gonna let it go and just wait for that brisket to get done. So right off the bat, the brisket's not probing tender. Even though the temperature itself is closing in on that 200 range, it's just not ready. Don't let the temperature bully you into thinking it's time to pull the brisket, because it's not. It has to have a consistency of feeling like you're probing into like a jar of peanut butter, like a good creamy peanut butter. So we're gonna go ahead and leave this on the smoker until it's actually ready. All right, it's now almost 9:30. The brisket took another hour on the smoker, then it was probe tender, and then I rested it for an hour. So let's look at what we got. Man, and this feels like Christmas already. Look at this. Oh yeah, Merry freaking Christmas, everybody. I think it's a baby boy. Oh man. She's hot. you.